The topic of alien encounters and UFO sightings has fascinated people for decades. In this list, we have compiled 10 of the most famous and intriguing cases of these sightings. Despite efforts to explain them, many remain unexplained, leaving people to wonder if we are truly alone in the universe. Number 1. Roswell UFO Incident 1947. The Roswell UFO incident occurred in 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, United States. It involved the crash of an unidentified flying object UFO in the area, which the U.S. military claimed was a weather balloon. However, some witnesses claimed that it was an alien spacecraft, and this theory gained popularity in the years following the incident. The Roswell incident is one of the most famous and controversial UFO sightings in history and has led to numerous conspiracy theories and debates over the government's involvement and cover-up. Number 2. Phoenix Light, 1997. The Phoenix Lights were a series of UFO sightings that occurred on March 13, 1997, in Phoenix, Arizona, United States. Witnesses reported seeing a large, V-shaped object with lights flying silently over the city. The object was estimated to be as long as a football field and was seen by thousands of people over a period of several hours. The sightings gained national attention and sparked a widespread debate over whether the object was a UFO or some sort of secret military craft. The U.S. Air Force initially claimed that the object was flares dropped during a military exercise, but many witnesses disputed this explanation. The Phoenix Lights incident remains one of the most famous and well-documented UFO sightings in history. Number 3. Rendlesham Forest Incident 1980. The Rendlesham Forest Incident was a series of UFO sightings that occurred in late December 1980 in Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, England. It involved U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge who reported seeing strange lights in the forest, as well as a triangular-shaped object with colored lights hovering above the trees. Some personnel even claimed to have touched the object and to have seen strange symbols on its surface. The incident has been the subject of much controversy and speculation, with some claiming that it was a hoax or a misinterpretation of a mundane event, while others believe it was evidence of extraterrestrial activity. The incident is often referred to as Britain's Roswell, and it remains one of the most famous UFO sightings in the UK. Number 4. Belgian UFO Wave 1989 to 1990. The Belgian UFO wave was a series of sightings of triangular-shaped objects in the sky over Belgium that occurred between November 1989 and April 1990. The sightings were witnessed by hundreds of people, including police officers and military personnel, and were investigated by both civilian and military authorities. The objects were described as black triangles with bright lights on the corners, and they were observed to be completely silent as they moved through the sky. The Belgian government conducted an official investigation into the sightings, but no definitive explanation was ever provided. Some speculate that the objects were secret military aircraft, while others believe they may have been extraterrestrial in origin. The Belgian UFO wave remains one of the most well-documented and compelling cases of UFO sightings in history. Number 5. Hill Abduction 1961. The Hill Abduction, also known as the Betty and Barney Hill Abduction, was an alleged UFO sighting and abduction that occurred in September 1961. Betty and Barney Hill were a married couple from New Hampshire who claimed to have been abducted by extraterrestrial beings while driving home from a vacation. They reported seeing a bright light in the sky and hearing a buzzing noise, after which they experienced a period of missing time. Under hypnosis, the Hills recounted being taken aboard a spacecraft and subjected to medical examinations by humanoid beings. The case gained national attention and was the first widely publicized report of an alien abduction. The Hill abduction remains one of the most famous and controversial UFO cases in history, with some regarding it as a genuine encounter with extraterrestrial beings, while others believe it to be a hoax or a misinterpretation of a mundane event.
Don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more top 10 videos like this one. Number 6.
Lubbock Lights, 1951. The Lubbock Lights were a series of sightings of strange, luminous objects that occurred over several nights in August and September 1951 in Lubbock, Texas, United States. The objects were described as bright lights that flew in formation and sometimes appeared to be spinning. The sightings were witnessed by a group of professors from Texas Technological College, who photographed the objects and submitted their evidence to the U.S. Air Force for investigation. The Air Force ultimately classified the sightings as unidentified, and the Lubbock Lights remain one of the most well-documented and intriguing UFO sightings in U.S. history. Some have speculated that the objects were experimental military aircraft, while others believe they may have been extraterrestrial in origin. Number 7. Cache Landrum Incident, 1980. The Cache Landrum incident was an alleged UFO sighting and close encounter that occurred on December 29, 1980, in Dayton, Texas, United States. Betty Cache, Vicki Landrum, and Vicki's grandson Colby claimed to have encountered a large, diamond-shaped object hovering over the road while driving home from a restaurant. They reported that the object emitted a bright light and intense heat, causing their skin to blister and their car to become so hot they had to pull over. They also reported seeing helicopters hovering around the object. The incident led to a lawsuit against the U.S. government, alleging that the object was a secret military aircraft and that the government was liable for the plaintiff's injuries. However, the case was dismissed, and the true nature of the object and the helicopters has never been conclusively determined. The Cache Landrum incident remains one of the most unusual and controversial UFO sightings in U.S. history. Number 8. Westall UFO Incident, 1966. The Westall UFO incident occurred on April 6, 1966, in Clayton, South Victoria, Australia. Witnesses reported seeing a saucer-shaped object hovering over a nearby school, which then landed in a nearby field. Hundreds of students and staff members from the school witnessed the object, which remained on the ground for a few minutes before taking off and disappearing into the sky. The incident gained national attention and was investigated by both civilian and military authorities. Despite the large number of witnesses, no definitive explanation was ever provided, and the incident remains one of the most intriguing and well-documented UFO sightings in Australian history. Some have speculated that the object was a secret military craft, while others believe it may have been extraterrestrial in origin. Number 9. Japan Airlines Flight 1628 Incident, 1986. The Japan Airlines Flight 1628 incident occurred on November 17, 1986, when a Japanese commercial airliner flying over Alaska encountered a large, unidentified object that appeared to be following them. The object was described as a massive, metallic, and glowing disc-shaped craft, and it was observed by the pilot and crew for over 50 minutes. The object reportedly made sudden and erratic movements, causing the pilot to believe that they were in danger of a mid-air collision. The incident was investigated by both Japanese and U.S. authorities, but no definitive explanation was ever provided. The Japan Airlines Flight 1628 incident is one of the most well-documented and intriguing cases of a UFO encounter by commercial airline pilots. Number 10. Varginha UFO Incident 1996. The Varginha UFO incident occurred in January 1996 in Varginha, Brazil. Several locals reported seeing strange creatures in the streets, which were described as small, humanoid, and with brownish skin. These creatures were allegedly seen after a UFO crashed in the area, and the Brazilian military was reportedly involved in recovering the wreckage and capturing the creatures. The incident gained national attention and was widely reported in the Brazilian media. However, the Brazilian military denied any involvement in the incident, and no physical evidence of the UFO or the creatures has ever been publicly presented. The Varginha UFO incident remains one of the most controversial and debated cases of alleged extraterrestrial encounters in Brazil.
Want to see more top 10 videos like this one? Subscribe now and join our community.